So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 important things to keep in mind when it comes to manifestation. So the first thing to keep in mind is we have to slow down our thoughts. In order to speed up the process, we have to have a slow process in our mind. If we are constantly being overwhelmed by tons of information and we're not allowing this stuff to process through us, and we're constantly being bombarded, for my anxious people out there, anxiety is a very common thing nowadays. If you are someone that is constantly thinking to the point where you're overthinking and then you're overanalyzing, and I'm speaking from a place of experience because this is something that I'm learning to get out of myself. We have to slow down our thoughts. That's number one. So the first way to do this is by meditation. Meditation is a great way to slow down your thoughts. You can also exercise, getting in that gym or working out at home, working off all of that negative energy, working off all of those thoughts that are no longer serving you, releasing those stress hormones, and allowing, space for the focus that you need. Another way that you can slow down your thoughts is by hypnotherapy. Going to a hypnotherapist is a great way to change up your thought pattern, a great way to change up the way that your brain is currently working so that you have a room to, bring about your manifestation. And the fourth way that I have here is by visiting a health food store. Okay, we live in a time where there is CBD products everywhere. Okay, you can find CBD at the gas station. Okay, now I wouldn't advise, purchasing CBD products anywhere, because not everywhere is going to give you the real thing. Okay, and not everything is safe. But going to a health food store where there are CBD supplements, there are gummy bears, there are, different CBD pills, liquids, ashwagandha. These type of things are very great when it comes to calming yourself down, relaxing, and being able to slow down your thoughts. Now, the second thing to keep in mind when it comes to manifestation is you have to get very honest with yourself. Okay? You cannot be vague. If you are vague about what it is that you want, the universe is going to bring you vague results. Okay, you might get your manifestation, but it's not going to be exactly what it is that you want. It's going to be kind of sort of what you want, but it's not going to be all the way what you want. So you might as well get very specific. You might as well know what it is that you want all the way down to every little detail. Okay, because that is what the universe is going to respond to. And, don't be ashamed about what it is that you want either. Okay, you have to own it. Okay, whatever it is that you want, you are worthy of it. The first key is knowing that and acknowledging that to yourself, being very honest about what it is that you want. Now, the third important thing to remember when it comes to manifestation is we have to be intentional, even when it's uncomfortable. Okay, for me personally speaking, me standing up here speaking in front of this camera, it's not always the easiest thing for me to do. Okay, I'm just going to be real with you. Sometimes the pressure is in my head. I start thinking, I'm overanalyzing. Okay, did I say this right? Should I say this? I should have said this different. Whatever. But, however, in order for us to get our manifestation, sometimes that requires us to do things that we are uncomfortable with. So you have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to listen to your intuition and follow your soul. Sometimes our soul is guiding us to do something in specific, and we will push it off and we will ignore that. But that is our soul crying out to us, saying that it's time to expand. It's time to evolve. It's time to do something different. And 90% of the things that we want to manifest in life is outside of our comfort zone. So definitely be intentional, even when it's uncomfortable. If you want to manifest a mansion, you want to live an abundant lifestyle, you want to live, in this amazing rich neighborhood. Okay, but you've always lived in the hood. You've always lived in the projects. You've always lived, in circumstances that were less than that. It may be a little uncomfortable for you to go in that area and pick out what house exactly you want, or start looking at places, because it's never been something that you've experienced before. But in order to receive it, you have to believe it and be intentional about it. Now, the fourth and last important thing that I have here in regards to manifestation is it's a marathon, not a sprint. So don't put pressure on yourself. Pace yourself. Okay? When it comes to manifestation, sometimes we can get antsy. Sometimes we can get all up in our mind and start questioning ourselves like, am I doing it right? Okay, I thought I did this. Why ain't it showing up yet? Why haven't I received this yet? Am I ever going to get it? Okay, it must not be meant for me to have it. We can get discouraged. We can get down on ourselves and be hard on ourselves when it comes to manifesting and not receiving it, in the quick enough time that we think it should happen. But sometimes, our time is different than the divine time that certain things are supposed to happen. So we have to make sure that we remember that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, so don't put that pressure on yourself, because the more that you put pressure on yourself, the further you are pushing your manifestation away from you. So definitely keep that in mind, and just knowing that any difficulties or any challenges or experiences that may not be so positive are all just trying to continue to motivate you, continue to push you in that direction towards your manifestation, and are simply saying, how bad is it that you want it? How bad do you really want your manifestation? Those things are pushing you to recognize your potential and simply just get us to expand. So that's the last thing that I wanted to share is, don't put pressure on yourself, pace yourself. So there you have it. 4 important things to keep in mind when it comes to manifestation. I hope that you enjoyed this video today, or you found it helpful. If in fact you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment in the comment section, and let me know what your thoughts are. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always, and I'll catch you in the next video.